Each year I wait in anticipation for what in my life is a big event, and that is the fruiting of the chanterelles. It usually commences about the third week in June and continues into the second or third week of August, with the middle of July being the height of the picking season. Chanterelles are prized by gourmet chefs the world over for their delicate aroma, flavor, and color. 2009 was an unusual year in that the constant rains during the month of June and early July absolutely destroyed most of my gardening activities, but it did bring out one of the most spectacular fruitings of chanterelles I have ever seen. I have an annual party during July of every year when we usually look forward to having some sort of a chanterelle dish. This year we made chanterelle soup, and Rob and I picked 10 pounds of chanterelles in approximately an hour and a half. This allowed me to make 3 gallons of soup, which didn't last long enough for everybody to even get some. Did you smell these? One of the most important aspects of eating wild fungi is guaranteeing the correctness of your identification. With chanterelles, there's one major mistake that can be made, and you must verify that this never happens, and that is mistaking a chanterelle for a Clitocybe oleracea, which is commonly called the jack-o'-lantern mushroom. The jack-o'-lantern mushroom is highly poisonous, glows in the dark, and grows on wood rather than the ground. But often the wood could be buried in the ground, so it would be tough to use this as a identification characteristic. The primary difference between a chanterelle and the Clitocybe is chanterelles do not have gills. Instead, they have low-running, forked, blunt ridges, while the Clitocybe has real gills that stand up like razor blades. Here you can see a jack-o'-lantern mushroom in this picture. Whenever picking mushrooms with other people, I have all the mushrooms pass through my hands to guarantee the identification, and then while preparing them, I also slice each one myself and check the identification again, as this is a mistake that you want to be sure that you never make. Another thing that chanterelle pickers must be aware of is that the distinction in between gills and blunt ridges is more difficult with immature specimens, and for this reason I do not pick immature specimens of chanterelles. My hickory smoked barbecued chicken took approximately 2 hours to cook, and I simmered my chanterelle soup for the full 2-hour period on a low flame so that it thickened.